What a great win they had last time out. Now they'll want to use that great word momentum and get another one today.
Oh, definitely. I mean, the next game can't come quickly enough when you've played as they did last time out. I expect a quick start here.
Well, here is the team sheet for the home side. One main striker, one probably just off it. How are they going to find attacking routes with this formation?
Well, whether they can create through the middle, we'll wait and see. I just think today those two wide lads in midfield are going to be important. Both got a bit of pace, capable of getting round the outside.
Building steadily here, keeping possession. This with a chance to go into the lead now. It's bounced back off the bar. Pereira. Looking to play his teammate through. Nothing! Oh, he had a real go.
Well, you can't...
Them. To put them in front. And the goalkeeper plunged to make the save. That'll be a corner. He's got the ball away from him with the tackle. Well, we're halfway through, and we haven't yet got a goal to bring to you. 0-0 at half-time. A very good contest in this first half. Very little between them.
Yeah, it's difficult to split them, isn't it? If you had to name a winner in the second half, I'd be hard-pushed to do that.
And the stoppage in play means the substitution can take place, and it's going to be a double substitution. Traore. Well, they're in a good position here. And here's the shot. And he's done it.
Well, how long's he been on? 1 or 2 minutes? I'm not sure, but he's marked his appearance here with a wonderful goal. Maybe use the defender as a block there to curl it around and deceive the goalkeeper from outside the box.
Well, let's take another look at the goal. First goal of the game in this second half.
Number 10,
and in the end, they've given the ball away. And now the break is on. He's had a go here. And they have scored. And they do lead now by 2. And they've worked very hard for this. It should get them across the line at the end of the match. We'll see. Replay confirming for us here that the goalkeeper did get a touch, but not strong enough to keep the ball out of his net.
Well, he is his own harshest critic, this lad, and he'll blame himself for that, I think, having got a touch.
Just widen the margin here to 2-0. Tackle goes in. Looking for an opening with some good controlled build-up. Shot on! Never panicked. Placed it past the goalkeeper. Goalkeeper was reaching for it, and it did actually touch him on the way in.
I think there was just too much power on the ball, on the shot, for him to get a strong enough touch.
we restart the game 2-1.
Moment if he could have found the target there.
That's a straightforward piece of work for the goalkeeper. It's been a very tight game here, and the referee brings it to a halt with a final score of 2-1. Big result for them today, because now they can't go down, and that was a worry for much of this season.
Well, a few relieved faces within that team and the manager, because there were times this year I feared the worst.
Well, at the midpoint, and you don't get anything for being in this position at the halfway mark, but they've got the potential maybe to win the title in this division.
Well, I think they have. When you look around the squad and the first 11, they've got a lot of very good players, and I think they'll be very confident.
He's the one we're focusing on, I think with good reason.
He's one of those players that sees the picture before the ball arrives, and that's why he doesn't get caught in possession too often.
Well, the clock is ticking on the Vicente Calderon for traditionalists, and particularly the Atletico Madrid supporters, and it'll be a sad day. It's a quick break. Gonna try his luck. It's a goal, and they're in front with that goal. There he was, and very, very coolly taken.
Talk about passing the ball into the net. Well, there is a prime example.
Well, let's take another look at the goal. And that has opened the scoring. 1-0 here. Pavel Brožek. Good forward play from them. Typified the competitive nature of this game, that tackle. It's only a throw-in, and he can take possession in his own half. Patience is the name of the game at the moment. Shots on here. It's a goal!
Well, how long did that lead last, Martin? Not long at all, and the manager down there is absolutely furious.
They play an open brand of football, so we shouldn't be surprised with a defender chipping in with one of the goals. But he looks a bit surprised.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like he's never scored a goal before, but he found himself in the position. He didn't hesitate.
So away we go at 1-1. Attacking now. And in comes the header. Well, everything to play for in the second half. We've reached half-time at 1-1. Well, the player that we're featuring here has done well. He's certainly been an influence on this first half.
Well, he stepped forward for his team there with that equaliser, but his team haven't been, what you would say, on the best of form.
Well, he's making a substitution, and it's going to be a double change. Still great anticipation here as we get ready for the second half. They've lost the ball now, and the opposition can get at them. This could be it. And here's the shot. And that is the goal that puts them in front. Well, they've got the lesser players here, Alan, but they're trying to show that the whole is greater than the sum of the individual parts, and they've got a goal.
What they are, Martin, is a good team. They stick together. They've got the reward here.
And we restart the game 2-1. Pereira. Robin van Persie. And is this the moment for... Saw the goal and went for it. And that is the equaliser. What late drama here.
Well, I thought this was done and dusted, but he didn't, did he? Popped up. What a goal.
Very nicely placed, Alan. Beautifully done.
Yeah, he's almost passed it into the net. Jimmy Greaves like there, wasn't he?
Another angle on it here. So it's 2-2 now. The number's gone up. As far as added time is concerned, it's 4.
Well, there's a little buzz.
He's got his shot off now. What a goal, and what a time to get it. This is a competition famed for its late goals, and we may well have witnessed a really important one here. They are in front, and very little time to go. He looked the goalkeeper in the eyes and said, right, I've got the win here, and he's got the goal to show that.
I love that kind of finish when you don't have to blast it as long as the placement is right.
We had seemed to be stuck in a bit of a stalemate, in truth, but this very, very late goal has changed that.
Well, they threw men forward and they've got the reward.
Hardly wasted a ball in this game. Good game. Excellent contest. 3-2 the final score. Well, given their status in the match, Alan, clearly underdogs, well, they'll be pretty happy with the way they played.
I think so, yeah. They can take a lot from this performance moving forward. Might not have got the result they wanted, but they did well.
Well, undoubtedly, he was the star man today.
Well, so often we think of his creative abilities, but a couple of goals here have won the match for his team.
By the way this campaign has gone for them, they're closing in on the fruits of their labours already. One game to go, but they're still just needing the 1 point today. It's amazing, really.
Yeah, it is, and I mean, they want to get a win really and do it in style, because that's been the nature of their season. It's been fantastic to watch for them.
Well, he really could be the star of the show today.
He can manipulate the ball superbly. It seems as if it's on a string at times.
Signal from the referee, and off we go. Well, here is the team sheet for the home side. The kind of players that we expect, the kind of performances we expect from the individuals trying to make this formation work.
Yeah, I mean, it can at first glance look cautious, but it just depends on the attitude of the players out there. And once they've got a foothold in this game, they can get a little bit more adventurous and push on.
Bodmer! Oh, well saved. We'll see what sort of system they use to defend the corner. Gamberini! What a goal! I don't think there's such a thing, Alan, as playing for a draw these days. A draw would be enough, but the best way to solve this problem here of promotion and go and grab it is to win the game, and they're in front.
Yeah, you've got to give them credit as well for their attitude. From the first whistle, they've gone out to try and win it. They've been attack-minded, and they're getting the rewards here.
That is textbook from him.
But you see it happen so many times where the corner is a disappointment. It hits the first man. Not that time.
And that has opened the scoring. 1-0 here. Preston won the ball well forward. And shoots! And he's done it! I think we can start saying congratulations, can't we, Alan, with the way they've gone about their task here. We expected a tense tussle for the point that they needed, but they've absolutely grasped the nettle here, and they're going to get the win as well as the point.
Yeah, defensively, given very little away, been nice and organised and on the front foot, well, they've been clinical going forward. And how on earth has he found the right-hand corner from that distance? Not only that, he's done it with a side foot.
Let's see the replay now. Restarting at 2-0.
Goal for the visitors. Number 10, Bertrand Traore.
Good position here. Doing well to keep the ball. Saw the goal and went for it. Oh, fantastic goal.
He hit a harder shot than that today, and to find the bottom right, that's brilliant.
Well, I want to see this again, this goal. Off we go again, 2-1. Bodmer. Luciano Narsing. He's coming out, he's come and pinched the ball off the toes of the attacker.
Well, as we know, you have to time these absolutely perfectly, because the attacker will go down at the slightest touch.
Well, this is half-time, that's the whistle, and 2-1 is the score at this stage. I think that's a good performance, isn't it, Alan, from him in the first half?
Got himself a goal, but he does need a little bit of a helping hand.
Change of ends, and the second half is underway. see a substitute coming on for the away team here. It should be! Great save by a diving goalkeeper. Here's Van Persie, trying to... Oh, he's through. Traore. That's a spectacular save. Not turning the ball around, he's hung on to it. Well, this was a match of fine margins. The final whistle has gone, and the final score is 2-1. Well, they've done it, Alan, haven't they? They'll be moving on to a higher division next season, and with the games remaining, they could still win the title for this division as well. What a campaign.
Well, it's been fantastic. They've worked so hard to achieve what they have achieved, Martin. I mean, as a manager, you want them to go the extra mile and become champions.
Hold up. How deep can we go? 'Cause you're pulling me straight down. I'm used to all the pressure. But you know I'm not the same.
This will be the culmination, even though the season hasn't finished, of their efforts, really, because this was their desire to get the title, of course, the promotion that comes with it, move up a division, and they can do that with one more point.
And I know the manager is ambitious, and so are the players, so they'll be delighted with the position they're in.
The line-up for the home side. We've got it down as a 4-3-3.
Yeah, it's a system that the Netherlands used to use all the time. I think really they invented it, and plenty of countries have adopted it since. If it works, it's really tough to handle.
It's looking good, this move. It's a quick break. Traore. He's got his shot off now. This time, yes, they do score. Well, it's been coming. They've been playing well enough to deserve this goal. Nicely created, well finished, and very well merited. Very good build-up, Alan. Very good goal.
Oh, that's a lovely poacher's goal. Johnny on the spot to tap it home.
And that has opened the scoring. 1-0 here. Trying to stretch the opposition using the... Well, the clock is ticking on the descent. Opportunity now! And there it is, the goal! They only needed 1 point, Alan. I think they're going to get 3. It looks very much like that now. So they're doing it in style to be champions and to do it with games in hand.
Yeah, they've shown us what they're all about out there today. Scored goals and been good at the back too. They're going to be worthy champions for me.
He looked the goalkeeper in the eyes and said, right, I've got the win here, and he's got the goal to show that.
And I love that kind of finish when you don't have to blast it as long as the placement is right.
just widen the margin here to 2-0. Mulan. On the attack here. This is how they love to play on the break. And now the shot! And that's a brilliant goal, well taken.
Well, they look pleased with themselves, and no wonder with the way they stroked the ball about and created the finish, picked out the spare man in the box. And talk about placing it. He knew exactly what he wanted to do with it.
Off we go again, 2-1.
Look across the line.
Well, this is half-time, that's the whistle. And 2-1 is the score at this stage. I think that's a good performance, isn't it, Alan, from him in the first half?
Got himself a goal, but he does need a little bit of a helping hand.
So it is time now for the start of the second half. Mulan. Here's a chance. There's good progress with this attack. Nicely played through ball. And he's up for the header. Oh, what bad luck there. It's an own goal.
Well, it can happen to anybody that. He's being consoled by his teammates, but he looks devastated.
The game restarts at 2-2. Two players are warming up for the home team. We'll see who comes on. On to the attack now. This with the and he scores spectacularly. That should clinch it, really. A draw would have been enough, but now they're leading, and even if the opposition get one back, it still will be sufficient for them to be crowned champions after this game, needing those other matches.
No, they've played well, and they've taken the chances when they've had to, and they do look quite comfortable out there now.
We can see a slightly different viewpoint on it. Well, plenty of goals here today, 3-2. We've had a thrilling game here, and it's finished 3-2. A glorious game of football. You can't really ask for much more than what we've seen here today.
No, I don't think so. Both sets of players given full value for money and some wonderful ability out there.